What's up, everybody? Welcome back to this video. We're gonna talk about Bitcoin. So basically, we see Bitcoin dropping, and we're gonna go over that and just give you like an idea about like the psychology of the crypto space and basically um and where we are at, and just an idea. Because as you can see, a lot of people are freaking out because of a drop or something like. As you know, this is very normal in the crypto space. It may not be the same in the other markets, but in crypto, this is very normal. So we're gonna go over that. And first, let's look at this rainbow chart. You see that we're coming down a bit, which I think it's quite healthy, right? Because you don't lose if you don't lose Bitcoin if you never sell. Okay, let's say if you have 10% of a Bitcoin, if you don't sell, you still have 10% of a Bitcoin. Because I think the worry is because let's go there and Bitcoin chart. The worry is because basically people focus too much on the US dollar, right? They focus too much on the US dollar pair, right? But what you have to think about, you have to think about your Bitcoin pair, right? So this is you're still above the average over here, right? So if you whatever you bought, you're still above the average, and also, right? And also, so if anybody buy like say last year, you're in profit. Okay, you're in profit. But that's not the point, because I'm gonna play a video for you just after this. But the thing is, people focus too much on the US dollars, right? But the thing is, Bitcoin, if you buy Bitcoin, it's like you have a long-term perspective, right? You're thinking about like 4 to 5 years, right? Otherwise, if you think short-term, it's you inevitably you're gonna lose, because when the price is dropping, right, you see all these people telling you, the market is crashing and all this bad news. You, of course, you're gonna sell, right? You're gonna sell because you was planning short term. But if you're planning like for long term saving account, right? If you if you're talking about like 4 to 5 years. So this dip, let's say even if Bitcoin dip 50%, you're not worried, right? Even if it goes like 80%, you're not that worried because you're thinking a long term. And also, if you don't sell, you're still in profit. You're in profit in Bitcoin. If you have, let's say, if you got like 1% of a Bitcoin, you still you still have 1%. Nobody can take it from you because you never sold. But if you sell, you lose that 1%. Okay? So people are saying like Bitcoin is dropping, but nobody is saying anything about the fiat all around the world that are dropping. Right? So it's kind of funny. I'm gonna play this video
Bullish
so
from
you
your
get an
point
idea.
to your point, right? Is the plebs that put in the 40 hours, or they put in the time to understand what they're doing, have the conviction, and they have strong hands. And I think there's a lot of people. I went and I talked to I don't know how many billion-dollar entities when Bitcoin was 10,000 to 20,000. And I said, you guys, you have to buy this. This is the most screaming home run, the best thing I've seen in my entire life. And I proceed to explain in detail over 60 minutes. At the end of 60 minutes, what I get to the punchline, which is, you can make $1 billion here, and it's the easiest $1 billion you're ever going to make. All you have to do is buy $1 billion of Bitcoin and announce to the public you bought it. That's all you have to do. They've all got $10 billion. Okay? We get to the end of 60 minutes. I'm all revved up. I'm like, you guys got questions? I can answer more questions. We can go another half an hour if you want, because this is important to the world. And I would assume you're going to make $1 billion. It's important to you. They're all like, we have another meeting we got to go to. Sorry, we got to go. So the meeting ends, they go off. And then occasionally, like, I'd find that, obviously some bought it, right? Because it went up. But then I'd hear, yeah, well, we bought $350 million and then we sold it at 25,000, or we.
So basically, you see some people. You can go look at the full video over there. The channel is, I think it's a financial advisor, something like this. You can go look at it for yourself. So, just to give you an idea of like how people think, people still think in the fiat world, right? So they buy and they make profit and they go buy a house and um, or maybe they just try to keep it and you go up and then they sell it and they um, right, so they are hoping to make profit and stuff like that. But the point with Bitcoin is not about this. Bitcoin is about um, the future. It's a hedge against inflation and all those things, all those dip uh, along the way. Those are normal, right? Those are healthy. It's healthy for Bitcoin because it can't just keep going up like vertical. It has to calm down. And let's say people who missed out, people who start to understand it, really understand it, they're gonna buy in. Like most people who really understand, they are the people who buying now. Let's go look at the chart over here. So so for now, these are the people who are getting in right now. Those are the people who understand Bitcoin. Right? When it's dropping, this is when they are buying. And some of those big wells, sometimes they bring fear to the public, and and they come rescue and they buy. So you can understand this, and also so those are normal for the market, right? It's just normal. But the thing is, like this, we know this. The market has a cycle that you go up, and after a certain time it come down. But what I'm really focused on is a global asset market cap. See, like there's so much money in the world. Like gold only is $11 trillion, right? And there's so many other companies with way more than that, and you have like so much. You got so much real estate, so much wealth. We have more than $250 in the world. Okay, that's like almost 2,000 times more than what Bitcoin market cap is right now. And don't forget about artificial intelligence that's gonna come create way more wealth in the world. Where they gonna store this wealth? Okay, so government gonna come over and print money and give to everybody so they can afford a living, because human labor is going more and more obsolete. Robot is capable of doing more and more stuff. So it's inevitable to have Bitcoin as a store of value, and Bitcoin is the only thing that doesn't have, like, you can fight it, you can do whatever you want, but it's not going away, right? So that's being said, all those companies they have money either in gold or silver or cash. Those monies, they are melting. Why they are melting? Because of inflation, right? Because of inflation, every month they lose a portion of that money. Over 10 years, they're probably gonna lose everything if they don't put it in somewhere solid, right? They store it, right? So, but if you look at the Bitcoin as dollar term, you looking at it in a wrong direction. You need to look at it in a Bitcoin term, because in a Bitcoin term, this is probably where we're gonna go. I'm not saying this is where exactly we're gonna go, but this is probably where we're gonna go, because when you look at a Bitcoin in a Bitcoin term, then you're thinking about 5 to 6 to 10 years, right? But if you're looking at it in dollar term, that means like it's something you think it's something that's deflating, or you think it's something that's just going down and up. All those things, those are not reality. The down and up, it's not reality. It doesn't matter if you get like whatever the amount of Bitcoin you got. This is just what you have to consider, right? Because as long as nobody can take it from you, this is what you got, right? And when you look at on everywhere, money is being inflated everywhere. So where those people gonna put their money? They're gonna put it somewhere that can store this value, and this is why Bitcoin has been created. It's been created to store this value, right? So I mean, it goes down. It just it's part of the game. And look at the Bitcoin dominance in the crypto space. So it's going down. Um, altcoins are going up. Some of them are just dropping as Bitcoin is dropping. So, and I wouldn't say that's the end of the ball, right? Because look at the Bitcoin Google trend. Okay, I'm gonna click on Google trend for Bitcoin. Okay, so let's go see the Google trend, and I'm gonna show you. Uh, let's go for Bitcoin. Okay, so I'm gonna show you from the last bull run. Okay, where the trend were. So you see, from the last bull run, we were at this peak. Let's go globally, worldwide, over here, just to give you an idea. From the last bull run, we were over here at 100. So from 2019, we were there 74. At right now, we are at 54. So about halfway, from where we were in 2017. So you see, it's not about like retail. Retail are not interested in Bitcoin at this moment. Okay, so it's more like institutions getting in. All this, the rise of Bitcoin, it's more institutions, and like the top, probably some of the top are like retail, but most of it are institutions, right? Institutions getting in and they buy. And but the thing is, you really need to understand that it's a long-term game. It's not something you buy. Even if you buy at the top, right? It's never the time to sell. Not financial advice, but because it's a long-term game, right? It's something for long term. It's not like short term, because if you sell, you lose that Bitcoin. Bitcoin will come back up. You're gonna want to buy it again. Then at this time, like this is you losing, right? Because the market is like this, right? You have to kind of make yourself get used to this market, right? To the volatility, right? If you're not supposed, you shouldn't put too much in, so if it goes down, you can still survive, right? The crash. So it's not gonna stay down forever. Okay, there's nothing says it's gonna stay down forever. All those news, they are just propaganda, and they get paid for saying all those things. So for in one way or another. So no reason to panic. Right? I mean, like I'm expecting most of these companies gonna go buy Bitcoin, because it's decentralized. Nobody can control it. Nobody can come grab it and print it away, right? And there's like 21 million, right? If you get 1% of you know one Bitcoin, that's a lot. That's a lot in the long term, because look at how much money that's being printed, and I don't see the money printing stop anytime soon. Where is money gonna go, right? There's more money added to the global economy. So, and then you try to measure Bitcoin in this money term. No, it's not fair. It's not fair. Like, just think about it. Just to give you an idea, guys. So, you know, Bitcoin is competing with gold and silver. So just do your math, do the math, and think about all those people with having houses. They're just gonna go and sell their house and put it into Bitcoin, and take the money, and like do something with it, right? They're gonna mortgage their house, take the money, buy Bitcoin, or they're just gonna sell whatever they have and take the money and take a collateral loan, do something really a smart way. So that's the way I see the future. Like because the only way we can bring trust back, in finance is in a deflationary system, not in a inflationary system. Inflationary system is just a joke. It's just a joke. There's no trust, no nothing. Um, institution was built for trust, but now there's no trust. We need trust less. In that sense, you don't need to trust anybody. We just need to get those decentralized computers, just verified everything, so we can verify everything ourselves, right? So if there's anything to worry, if something changed the code, if some like Bitcoin got hacked or something like this, maybe you could worry, but there's nothing like this, right? So there's no point. And even if they say there's a hack, or if there's anything, just go check for yourself, or make sure that you get the right source of information. Otherwise, it's just gonna make you sell, and they steal your Bitcoin, just like that. Right? Those are just scammers. Um, yeah. So I wouldn't do anything at this moment. Just let the market just do whatever it's doing, and just go out and just go for a walk, and like, not wasting all your time watching the market, all the time. Just let it do its thing, and see how we go, and come back after 2 years or 3 years, and see where Bitcoin is at. And you come back in this video, and you say, hey, yeah, I remember you're making this video, and you say, yeah, so yeah, that Bitcoin was just doing its thing. and we're gonna have, you know, the you know, the future is way rougher than what it is now. So the real fight is when is in privacy coin, and it's more like you know, when Bitcoin get, yeah, is way higher, right? So this is gonna be the real fight. This is just a joke right now. I hope you enjoyed this video, and have a wonderful day.